as soon as you're blindsided by something,
right?
All those like base instincts get triggered.
Right. Well, and I think it's that like idea of the unknown, like that thing that you can't guess everything, and you can't know what you don't know. And so when something that is unfamiliar and unknown comes in and seems like, I think about this is like kind of like a left turn, but like if you've ever made eye contact with like a raccoon that's in your way, like I was trying to get to my car one night and there was like a raccoon between me and my car, and I couldn't figure out how to get around it because I was like, I don't want it to bite me or something terrible. But like the next safest place is my car, and it is preventing me from getting to my car. And it just made eye contact with me, and we just stared at each other for a while. And I was terrified because here was this thing that operated on its own, that had eyes, which as a human, like I understand eyes and I look for eyes. And it's just staring at me. And I know that I can't reason with it because it's an animal. So I can't be like, listen, if you could just like scoot a little bit over, I'm just going to go here. I'm not going to bother you. I just want to get into my car. I promise I won't hit you with it. Like there's none of that conversation happening. It's just like me staring into the eyes of a raccoon who could do anything. Like it could literally do anything. And I would not be prepared. I mean, like I'm obviously not prepared for a zombie apocalypse.
Right.
Definitely not prepared for a raccoon to do anything to me.
Well, it's funny because like things like that are even scarier because a raccoon has those like forward-facing eyes.
Yeah,
and
like a human, yeah.
And it's mammal. Like, so there's like an intelligence there. Like it's thinking about something. But it's that almost uncanny, like, this would be a lot easier if you were like a chicken.
Right.
Or like a turkey. Because even though you're aggressive, I know turkeys can be aggressive. At least I'm not dealing with something that's kind of like me.
Yeah, right.
And I think that's the whole like ghost.
Right. Yeah. Because a ghost was maybe a person, or this like a scarecrow is built in the image of a person. And so with the exception of the creature that Jane made, like these are both things that like you assume have a thought process and maybe an agenda of some sort. Whereas like a turkey is like, I don't know, just gobbling around. Like, what does it do? What does a turkey do?
You're afraid the turkey's going to attack, but only because it's really stupid and operating at like this base level of like.
Yeah, it's like fight or flight, very literally.
Yeah. Like I'm afraid for my body because a turkey is strong.
Right.
But like with a raccoon, I'm afraid for like my like sense of place
in
the universe because all of a sudden there's this little man.
And they can walk on their hind legs and
Right.
And plot, like I think like a mammal can plot and make a plan and like come at you in a way that
I think this is a long way of saying that we're all afraid that the raccoons are plotting to come after us.
I mean, you never know.
Something that we just figured out.
I just dare you.
Episode.
Yeah, make eye contact with a raccoon and you see who comes out on top.
They're also a lot bigger in person than you think they're going to be.
Huge.
Like a raccoon on its hind legs, like sort of like standing up, because when they encounter people, they kind of get in that like ready position.
Right. Yeah.
Like what's going to happen next? Like who's going to move?
With their like little like tiny man hands.
Mm-hmm. They have these little man hands. They have these faces and this like intimidating size. Wow, they really are just horrible
terrifying
things. The Canadian cartoon The Raccoons in no way prepared me for how scary a raccoon actually is.
They actually are. Yeah.